Hello everybody and welcome to Amphlett Reviews, here to do my top 5 physical media releases from 2024. I got really inspired by Shaz and Leon's at HKB. Their video dropped quite recently and I really loved what they did, and I thought it's such a great idea, and I've been meaning to do some kind of top 10 favourite films of the year, worst movies, and I figured it'd be a good opportunity to kind of look at the collection from 2024 and to see which ones that I've really appreciated getting a physical release, getting that 5-star treatment, and kind of just showcasing some of the editions that I've got and some of my favourites of 2024. I would say the two best companies of that year for me in terms of the experience with quality releases, in terms of new films and also editions, it's definitely been Second Sight and Radiance. They've been my two absolute favourites of the year, mainly down to one, packaging. Second Sight does the most amazing packaging in terms of the booklets, in terms of the hardback kind of covers and original artworks. They have really fantastic extras, new exclusive extras, new transfers, just giving some of these really cult movies, the ones that I've never would have thought I'd seen on Blu-ray, ones that I've had stuck on DVD for the longest time, or have had foreign releases for the longest possible time. Time after time, releasing every single one of the found footage movies and some of the horror titles, and I just get really excited every time I see an announcement from them, because they are delivering and offering some of the best films in that kind of space, in that genre, which has been absolutely phenomenal. And Radiance have been particularly fantastic because they're the ones that deep diving into that amazing well of not just Hong Kong cinema but Japanese cinema, which has kind of been becoming my niche at the moment, releasing films for the very first time ever on Blu-ray with new transfers, new extras, and again making it more easier access for people outside of Japan. If I had to pick a third spot, I would definitely say Our Video. They've been really kind of hitting the nail on the head in terms of the collaborations with Warner Brothers and Universal. They seem to be diving into their American cult movies with Demolition Man quite recently. The very surprising release of The Good, the Bad and the Weird, which I never would have thought got a 4K release, and then now Deep Blue Sea, and of course the J-Horror box set as well, which has been a particular highlight in terms of kind of some of these really hard access movies that have got scarce releases on DVD, put them in a package together, and again taking a few risks on some of their films. I definitely would say Second Sight, Radiance and Our Video have been the top 3 kind of distributors of 2024 and delivering some of the best editions of that year. Obviously there's some very close 4, 5 and 6, the list can go on, but I think they've particularly been a very strong year for all 3 of those distributors, and I've owned and picked up a lot of their editions over the year. This video also is a bit of a test in terms of a brand new kind of professional mic that I've picked up. I'm kind of experimenting with sound at the moment. I'm kind of seeing what I can do in terms of my editing, and hopefully this might lead to something really cool within the next couple of months or so, which I'm kind of working on. So hopefully the audio is crisp and clear, and hopefully I've managed to get to a good point where it can be professional level quality, and I'm still experimenting with that as I go along. So thank you for bearing with me, and hopefully this audio sounds nice and crisp. And this top 5 is based more on the actual films I've been really wanting to see, get the 5-star treatment, to get an actual proper good release, and despite what distributor they come from, these are the top 5 that I've been most happy and most excited for, and just kind of extremely happy to have these in the collection. So without further ado, let's dive into this list. I'm going to start with Short Scope Volume 3. This is a kind of a no-brainer, I guess, for a lot of people. This will be on a lot of people's top 5 list. This is number 5, mainly because I haven't cracked into all these films as yet, but it is significant, and the reason why it's significant is because there is a few movies on here that I've already previously seen within the One-Armed Swordsman films, and mainly Killer Constable, which has a brand new transfer, loads of new extras, has a never before seen Korean cut. That just really gets me excited. I'm really looking forward to dive into that again and kind of checking it out for a second time after having the 88 film edition. So there is more films on this edition that I have seen, which makes it a more worthy purchase instead of more of a going in seeing if these films are good or not. And there seems to be more focus on swordplay movies. Arrow Video always delivers really top-notch packaging and editions, and SureScope have been some of my favourites from them. They always deliver at least once, one of these once a year, and I think Volume 3 has been the most anticipated, the most excited for a lot of fans in the community, so I had to put this on the list, of course. 14 movies, 5-star packaging, you get a bonus disc with the basically the music, the scoring, brand new transfers, loads of new extras, a kind of additional kind of, you know, picture and kind of essay kind of booklet as well included. It's a phenomenal edition. We're housing some amazing movies from Hong Kong cinema in terms of the Shaw Brothers era, and looking forward to seeing what they do with the Part 4 for 2025. So yeah, SureScope Volume Part 3. Looking forward to diving more into this very soon for you guys, and yeah, had to be on the list for sure. One of the first big physical media releases of 2024 that my good friend Alex picked me up for me, which I'm very generous with, thank you very much Alex, which is the Conan Series 1 and 2 by Arrow Video. This is a US version only. This didn't get a UK release down to some sort of censorship issues. BBC are very, very picky, as going to be a theme with another film on this list as well. Just a phenomenal packaging, 4K editions for both films, lots of brand new insights, and yeah, just phenomenal. Picture grade quality, extras, packaging is just really top notch, and a chance to kind of see this film in fresh eyes. You know, I've always seen Conan movies when I was younger on TV, and there's been some questionable kind of previous releases down to DVD and then a really, really old Blu-ray, but it's never had the 5-star treatment, and I don't think these films have ever looked as good as they have done on the brand new 4K restoration. And it's kind of put a brand new fresh of life into these films, and appreciation, I think, more so, which I think a lot of this time these editions kind of help these kind of cult movies that never got the kind of the chance to kind of live up to the quality they could have done. And I think the Conan movies are definitely up there for sure in terms of some of my favourites in terms of Arnold, and I think this is a phenomenal packaging as mentioned, alongside some excellent films to case it as well. So yeah, the Conan movies, Conan Chronicles, absolutely worth picking this one up guys if you haven't chance already. You can get this on the Arrow Video US store, you can get it from the UK, it doesn't cost too much, so yeah, check it out if you can. Yeah, so Conan Chronicles, Barbarian and the Destroyer. Next up is one that I've been wanting to get on a brand new transfer for the longest possible time, which is The Crow, Brandon Lee. Phenomenal film, just a really fun, you know, cult movie, you know, poppy film from the 90s, one that I've always really enjoyed, from the direct to the Dark City, which is rumored to get a physical release, new physical release for 2025, which I'm quite excited for. But this is a film which had, again, questionable releases prior. The Blu-ray wasn't exactly great. It's a very dark film. It's a very kind of comic booky kind of, you know, all set at night time, kind of atmosphere-based film, so it needed a new restoration. And I'm really, really happy that Paramount decided to release this on a brand new 4K scan, and obviously in line with the remake, which let's not speak about, just avoid it like the plague. But this edition is phenomenal. This is a steelbook edition. There you go, just show you that quickly if you haven't had a chance to pick it up. There you go. Real love is forever. Victims, aren't we all? Great quotes. There we go. Yeah, just a great release, a great transfer, and significant film as well for me, because you know, I grew up with this film quite a lot, and obviously getting into Hong Kong cinema, knowing who Brandon Lee is and representing with Bruce Lee adds more value to the film. And this was the first film I watched after the chaos that was happening with the house, and I managed to, when we finally got the TV set back up, finally got the 4K player up and running again, this was the first film I watched after so long not watching anything on physical media and having to rely on my phone or laptop. This was the first one that popped in, and it made it just that extra special, and I'm so glad this film got the light of day. So yeah, The Crow on 4K, whether it's the steelbook, whether it's the standard version, pick it up, absolutely phenomenal. Avoid the remake like the plague. And it is The Abyss. Hell yes. Finally, I know there's been a lot of controversy over the James Cameron 4K editions. I don't care. The Abyss has never looked this good ever, and I'm so glad this film had an opportunity to kind of get just a worldwide release, apart from the UK, because typical, we know BBFC didn't like a couple of scenes, and it stopped the release getting the official UK release. But luckily this is a region 3 set, You can get this from US, you can get this from, I think, Finland, Germany. I think everywhere has this edition apart from the UK. Here it is available, and you do get a phenomenal release. You get the special edition and of course the theatrical. I would always recommend watching the special edition. The theatrical is a much crippled version of the original vision of the film, the idea of the film. This was a good precursor to what he would do with Avatar much later on, in terms of the scope and the water scene and the equipment, and just phenomenal performances, just a brilliant cast, great visionary idea from James Cameron, and just a really stacked release as well in terms of just extras, brand new extras talking about the film, the making of it, and the fact you get the 4K, you get the Blu-ray, and you get loads and loads of special features. It's an absolute no-brainer for anyone who loves James Cameron and loves The Abyss. It's been a big one for me to get, and I'm really happy this has got the light of day and actually be able to watch it when I want. 4K glory. The Abyss is phenomenal. Check it out, guys. It is, you know what it is, guys. The Hitcher. Holy shit. This was breathtaking. This edition is by Second Sight, which is one of the reasons why Second Sight are just becoming one of my absolute favourite distributors, doing some of the biggest cult films ever, and just giving them the absolute best release possible. This is a stacked release. Look at that, guys. You get the 4K, you get the Blu-ray, you get the original screenplays mentioned, and you get art cards. This is just incredible in terms of what you release. So have a look at it. So you get rigid, slick case, brand new artwork, 200-page hardback book exclusive with interviews and cast and crews and evident essays and all that kind of stuff. Brilliant. And you also get the original screenplay, which you can read, which has been quite fascinating to kind of see the screenplay versus what the film actually was. Art cards, and then look at how stacked the special features are, and the extras are amazing as well. You get the cast and crew talking about the film, brand new interviews with everyone and their insights. You also get I believe the original short film, which I don't know if it's mentioned on here, which was called, I think it's China Lake, if I'm saying it incorrectly, which is the original short film that was done kind of like, here we go, so a telephone short film as well, which is original, and China Lake, which is exclusively on this edition, and it's done in brand new HD. It's from the original negative, so that's never been actually released. A bonus short film and then a secondary short film and an extra on that talking about China Lake and how it led to the Hitcher. Hitcher's one of my all-time favourite films. It has phenomenal scoring, it has brilliant acting, and it has just a really kind of sense of dread and atmosphere, and it doesn't have that much violence, even though it is a 15 rated. It's quite minuscule, it doesn't rely on that, it relies on just pure Hitchcockian tension, and it is just one of my all-time favourite films, and this is one of my all-time favourite releases now. Yeah, The Hitcher. I think this is still available to get, so if you do not have it, I definitely would recommend getting it while it's still in print. This will go for crazy money if it's not already doing so. Yeah, so glad to have this on a brand new 4K physical release. There you go, guys. It's been my top 5 physical media releases for 2024. What is your top 5, guys? Please comment down below. Love to know what your top 5s are. What is your favorite distribution companies in terms of Arrow Video, Radiance, 88 Films? Love to know your thoughts and opinions. Please comment down below. So in the meantime, guys, Amphlett Reviews signing out.